Hi, good people. This is Deborah. Let me read the disclaimer. All the information provided on this channel is for educational purposes only, and this channel does not promote or encourage misuse of the information. I will mention some alleged happenings today, and yes, I will give my opinions about some things. My thoughts matters, and so does yours. I will use words not intended to offend people but to describe my point of view and how I see things. Take what resonate with you and what does not resonate with you, put it on the shelf or throw it away. Now, this particular video is about orbs. Uh, Orbs are this circular shape. They're round and they're spherical. They often appear as a distinct ball of light, such as a flashing light. They're real small. When I first experienced this some years ago, I went to a profession, and the profession uh, told me that it had nothing to do with anything spiritual, that it just had something to do with uh, my eyes. And so that particular profession referred me to a neurologist and didn't get much of an answer there. So it kind of dwindled down to a dust particle, moisture, camera lens, and I wasn't using the camera lens, so I didn't see that with camera lens, and it was dwindled down to insects or flying creatures, or lens flares, and it wasn't any of those things. So here's the the result of seeing a professional. The question was, what could cause an adult to see bright, revolving orbs of light at the sides of both eyes intermittently every day, sometimes even with eyes closed? The eye exam showed no cause. However, I had more frequent headaches and migraines lately. Uh, the ophthalmologist referred me to see a neurologist, as I mentioned earlier, and the answer was there are many possible causes of these symptoms. Given that the symptoms appear in both eyes and your eyes exam is expected, the neurologist believes this is more likely to be a neurological symptoms like these are non-specific and may be severe or benign. The causes can include some types of migraine, anxiety, medication toxicity, blood chemistry abnormalities, and conditions such as stroke or tumor. Based on my description, I would not I would not jump to the latter more severe condition, but a neurological consult seems prudent, depending upon the exam result. Imagine such imaging, such an MRI and a blood testing, may also be needed. I went to see the neurologist, and the results were the same. He could not find anything that would be possibly causing me to be able to see orbs. Sometimes I would see orbs, uh, a bunch of them just right in my face, just right in front of me, especially at the computer. And I'm actually on the computer and I'm seeing these orbs. A lot of time the sun be in my room, and so lately it's been just one orb. It makes sure that I sees it, and then it'll come beside me, and then it'll disappear. Some people say that those orbs are relatives or angels. I don't take on either one of those. I only feel that our relatives are inside us, that came through the DNA. If they all gone, they just inside of us. And I feel like when we feel like the relatives are talking to us, I feel like that's because of our DNA. Now that's my experience. Uh, like I said, I believe everybody's experience. Your experience is your experience. But if you are telling me about relatives because somebody passed the word and said, like a lot of times, certain cultures talk about the relatives, the ancestors, and all that. See, I don't take on that at all because um, there's a story in the Bible that talks about the Essenes, talks about dying physically, and it talks about uh, uh, when the body dies, the body is able to hang around Earth for a period of time, which I believe is about 40 days. And after that, that spirit is gone. Some people believe that the spirit hangs around, and because of certain things that take place in my life, and I've always mentioned that ancestors knows what's going on in the earth. If that was the case, relatives that are left behind here in the earth, the relatives that went on, they know what the relatives left behind need. So therefore, they would bring forth the need if it was possible. They were able to help. So that theory, I don't take on to that. But here's the thing: I constantly see these orbs, a little small flashing balls of light surrounding me. Sometimes I see many, but most of the time, one is right in front of me and it goes to the side of me and disappears. Now, understanding that the meaning of this orb type is spiritual for me. This type of orb manifests spiritual energy. I feel it. I feel protected. I feel guided. And I feel comforted. Comfort. And if you see this type without a camera, it may be a sign that you are receiving spiritual messages or in a presence of a spiritual being. Either or. But however, it's nothing to be uh, uncomfortable about. People always want to be afraid of the unknown. But keep in mind, you're a spiritual being now. So spiritual things you must go for. I was looking at the beatitudes that was in Matthew, and I'm going to always refer back to the Bible. The beatitudes that's in Matthew chapter 5, verses 3 through 11, and I'm going to read them. And I don't use the word be less; I use the word Baruch. Baruch are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Where's the kingdom of heaven? It's inside of you. And the fourth verse says, Baruch are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. And I've experienced both of those. Verse 5 says, Baruch are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. I'm still waiting on that one. Um, 6 says, Baruch are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. That is a working tool. Baruch 7 says, are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. That is a working tool. Uh, verse 8, Baruch are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Now that's the key right there. Some time ago, some people asked me, well, how do we get out of here? How do we get out of this earth? Verse 8 should be one focus. And that focus, I'm going to read it again. It says, Baruch are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. If you think that you're pure in heart, then talk to God and you should see God. Uh, the next one, verse 9 says, Baruch are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. If you're not a peacemaker, you're not called the child of God. And that goes over into Galatians 5. Uh, Now it says, Baruch are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. 11 says, Baruch are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manners of evil against you falsely for my sake. It says, Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is their reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Now I know this, and this has been my experience lately. My experience is this: people do things, say things, and about you because of ignorance. The love that I have inside of me now, that is brewing and that is just overtaking me, is the agape love. It is the love that loves unconditionally. It's the same love that the Most High loves us with. And I'm very thankful because it's that love that's inside of me that I could not love those that have caused me harm. But I'm very thankful today that that love exists. And I know that there's many people that say to you, I love you, but they're just words to them. But when the children of God say that they love you and they have the agape love in you, you could feel it. It's energy. I could feel it around me. So I know that people that are listening to me can feel it also. And I'm very thankful. So if I say on this channel that I love you, I love those of you that are not learned, and I love those of you that are instigators, and I love those of you that speak things that ain't gonna come to pass, and I love those of you on my channel that is here wanting to learn just like myself. And I thank you all for it. I thank every last one of you. And what I say and speak, that may the Most High help you in your endeavors. Okay, hope that you understood what I was saying regarding the orbs. Um, I don't know any other orbs besides the ones that I've seen around me. Uh, and from what I understand, there's different types, specifically the camera orbs. And that's not the word I'm talking about. But anyway, people, have a good one.